the sources that we grew up with, more or less the same way as Bartok grew up listening to Hungarian music, you know.
Feel the gas burn in my face. We never learn, even deserts burn, and all politicians lie. They won't do nothing till we reach high noon, black moon. Ain't nobody gonna walk on water when it falls like acid rain. Nobody gonna fake you out. Every poison stain. We're all stuck here right in the middle. We never call the truth. We don't get active, we become immune. Black moon.
ABC in Concert, brought to you by AT&T, the right choice. Joel Craig.
In Concert continues their profile of ELP.
I've always had an affinity for Aaron Copland, fanfare for the common man in particular by him.
I was round at Greg's house one day, and he said, listen to this. This is, that's an incredible piece of music. One of his 10 fanfares. And it was fanfare for the common man. So then I realized that that piece, and it was on its own, a separate piece of music. And I went out, I bought the music, I brought it into rehearsals, I started dabbling with it, and just really started seeing how it worked with a bass shuffle in the end.
When we played it, I loved the arrangement which he made of it, which obviously is nothing like Copland played it. Interesting thing with the recording of that, we actually recorded that on one stereo microphone. We hadn't seen each other for a couple of months, and we were going to record in Switzerland, and I remember the day we walked into the studio, and I can't remember who it was, whether it was Greg or Keith, or maybe myself. I said, well, let's just play fanfare. The engineer, luckily enough, opened up this stereo mic in the middle of the room, and he had got it on tape. Listened to it back, oh yeah, fine. There's something very fresh about not being together and then going wallop, playing, and it worked. But fanfare was quite a magical piece of music in many ways.
Are you eager to tour?
You're very, very keen to tour. It's not a question of going in and playing stadiums. It's not a question of anything like that. If we're able to go and give people pleasure and create some excitement, I'd be happy with that.
He had white horses Ladies by the score, all dressed in satin, waiting by the door. Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
How many keyboards are you using now? Do you plan to use on stage? How many will we see?
At the moment, I don't know.
You're known for histrionics, incredible theatrics on stage.
Oh, it's a lot more for me to deal with, but it opens up a lot more possibilities.
How do you choose, out of the vast catalog the band has to draw from now, what do you play on stage?
Basically, what we try to do when compiling a show, you know, a show has to have a certain amount of things. You've got to have stuff from the past, the new stuff, but the show has to have highs and lows, and it's got to have the theatrical things. I think after being away for so long, too, it's nice to come back and let people see us as a group. I think that's important, apart from the fact that we enjoy playing as three people.
Bass playing in my face, driving the elastic. Drums, listen as she comes, hammering the plastic. Keys, I play them all with ease. Freeze, you're shaking at the knees. You're doing something drastic.
Let's talk new LP.
Well, it's coming out May. It's produced by Mark Mancina. A lot of the pieces are like mini concepts on their own. We know what it's expected of the band, and I think this time we've lived up to it truly and properly.
We had tremendous motivation when we were first approached. We were first approached on this project to actually do a film score, and we played together, and immediately we heard something that none of us had heard for a lot of years. It was the real power in ELP, the dynamism in the band.
Is this some of the band's best work, do you think?
Undoubtedly.
It sounds very ELP. That's all I can tell you.
There's no escape from this band.
To you by